think you know the truth about him? You know nothing. His father was Zeus, the Zeus. His mother, Alcmene, a mortal woman. Together they had a boy, half human, half god. But this failed to appease the goddess. She wanted him dead.
So I saw some big shots in the game, dropped some trade on XAUUSD since 7 a.m. and it didn't sit well with me. But then that just confirms to me why you have to learn to trust your own analysis, especially if you've been around for a while. Learn to trust your own analysis. Although I don't follow anybody's analysis anymore. You can't be doing something for 4 years and then you're still at the same level. There's something is really wrong, in my opinion. So, but anyways, this is my expectation for gold. So starting off from, let's even start from the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, uh, the resistance here it's not clear because this is all bullish candle. We've not got a bearish candle. This is where we got a bearish candle on the weekly time frame. So honestly, don't um, I wouldn't say we have broken any resistance on weekly time frame, but on daily time frame, obviously on Monday yesterday, Monday was beautiful. Wow. So Monday we broke this resistance on daily time frame and we closed up both strong. So there's every tendency for us to continue higher. However, following how market moves, when there's a break of a level, there's usually a retracement, right? So now on daily time frame, we could get a pullback on daily time frame. We could get a pullback even if it's back to this level. Even if it's back to this level, we could get a pullback. So if you're buying, you be careful, which being careful. And one of the things that I have come to realize that you can never overemphasize on is to be a profitable trader, you have to be a very, very patient trader. I feel like sometimes these top dogs are under pressure to call out trades. So they call out trades that on a normal day they wouldn't take it, but because they need to call out trades, and I don't know, but that pressure, I think that pressure is a lot, and it's something for us to learn. Those of us that haven't stayed too long in the game. But anyway, so gold could retrace. Technically, I'm looking at it technically. So I still look at fundamentals, okay, which I'm not going to talk about in this video. But gold could retrace on the daily time frame, and as you can see so far, gold has done minus 118. So it has even gotten to like minus 160 earlier before it started retracing. So telling us so far the day has been bearish. It has been red, and there's every tendency that we could close bearish. So every day it's not a trading day. For me, I'm looking to buy gold, but everything has to align, both fundamental and fundamentally. I have a reason to buy gold fundamentally. So, but technical have to also align. So daily could retrace. That means there's nothing to do on daily but to wait. So on every time frame, we find ourselves two things is possible. It's either we are waiting or we are executing. So on the daily time frame, we are waiting. On the 4 hour time frame, so after price broke this level, 4 hour time frame give us a high. This was when it broke that level here, then try to retrace. So creating a high here, eventually broke that high, and it's trying to retrace. So making a new high here now. 4 hour time frame has made a new high here, and then retrace. Now it means that on 4 hour time frame, we could be looking to buy, but is it immediately? No. We still need to see more reason. So we need to see some sort of rejection. If you're just looking at 4 hour time frame alone, you could be waiting to see some sort of rejections on the 4 hour time frame, right? Before you jump in. You're not just going to jump in just because price has retraced. Because as a matter of fact, the daily, like I said, could tend to retrace even more. breaking this low here, and then that means we'll have to look for wait again, if you really want to buy. So on 4 hour time frame, we are also waiting, although price had retraced very good. If we use Fibonacci, if you know how to use Fibonacci, you could see the area that the 4 hour time frame has retraced into, first to the 79 area, and it pushed back. So we're looking to buy now. This session that we are in now, it's not a hot session yet. We've left the hot period. ICT calls it um, magic bullet or whatever it's called, sha, whatever they call it. I mean, it's not what it's called, but that's what ICT students call it. So, but we're heading to the New York Open, pre New York session, right? And pre New York starts around 12 p.m. my time, 1 p.m. my time, so 2 hours before the Open. So that means that I should chill. My session has to align with the technicals. All right. So, but on 4 hour time frame, we are also waiting. That's just the whole point. Now on 2 hour time frame, let's see. So I take my entries. Even I can go as low as 5 minutes sometimes, but I'll explain the but later on. Now on 2 hour time frame, what are we waiting for? What are we doing? Are we executing immediately or are we waiting? Obviously, we are waiting. So for me, let me just quickly explain something. Before I take an entry, if price is retracing like this, I want to see a change of character. I want to see if I want to buy, it has to start breaking highs on whatever time frame I'm looking to take that entry. It has to start that retracement. So this retracement that is happening here has to start breaking some sort of highs. If nothing like that is happening, then the trade is not ready to move. I'm not because I want to buy and I'm hoping that price starts going higher. That it's not going to move for that reason. Okay, but when it starts breaking high, when it starts breaking some highs, that's breaking some resistance areas that is has created on its way down, then it tells me that possibly buyers are stepping back into the market. And when I say buyers, I mean those that are actually pushing the market. All right, so until that happens, now I have to scale down to a time frame where I would see that happening. And mind you, if you see that happening on 1 minute time frame, just trust me, it's going to fail. 5 minutes time frame is likely to fail. 15 minutes time frame could also fail, but you can start considering it from there. So let's keep going down to see if there are any highs, that have been formed and broken. So meaning on 2 hour time frame, nothing. We're also waiting. Now on 1 hour time frame, let's see. Some highs have been created. This is a high created. This is another high created. So all of these are equal highs created. So we have two highs. Let me just delete some of these things so that this thing can be clear. We have two highs created here. Now, although price had come to a good area to buy, it's called discount area. On this on 4 hour time frame, well, that's the last place we saw this structure. All right. On daily time frame, it's given retracement, but on 4 hour time frame, we are looking at the 4 hour on the context of 4 hour time frame is what we are using to scale down now. So and until this is the lowest low created on 4 hour time frame. If it now breaks on the 4 hour time frame, it means that the 4 hour time frame itself is beginning to go. If it breaks and closes below 4 hour time frame, is most likely selling. So, but for now, 4 hour time frame is still buying, and that's a higher time frame. So it's okay for us to look for buys. All right. So on 1 hour time frame, nothing, no high has been broken. Rather, we are forming. Uh, let me delete that and use. Rather, we are forming some sort of support here. Quite all right, which is good, telling us that okay, buyers are holding a level, and I mean this also was also a previous level. When this guy was breaking yesterday, that was when I bought. So, but a high has to be broken to tell us that buyers are trading that way. Me trading that way. Now I'm not telling you to trade this way, but this is how I trade, and it has helped me to trade less, helped me to have peace of mind when I get into a trade, because I know that there's tendency. Every strategy fails. No strategy is foolproof, 100%. All right, but then that helps me to know that okay, these guys are in, and they intend pushing price this way. So It means if I'm looking at entry, it has to be at least above this high. Now, if I want to even be more conservative, I'll wait for this next high to be broken because it could break this high, then form an equal high here and push all the way back down, right? But if I say, okay, let me, I want to be a bit reckless, not reckless, but then it's still being conservative. But this high, at least on this 1 hour time frame, on 2 hour time frame, I didn't really see highs formed. Like a high is forming here, but it's not completely established until this 2 hour candle closes, which will close in the next 17 minutes. But then on 1 hour, I can see highs established. So it means that I'm stopping here on 1 hour time frame for now until I see a high being broken. So I'm just going to set an alarm right there. I'll set it right there. And then I'll name it 1 hour high broken. I'll name it H. I'll say breaking H1 highs. Save. This is all I have to do now. Because there's every tendency for price to keep pushing down, even come to a more discount price for us to actually enter for buys. And also, we are not in a session where there's volume. And also, I've realized that if Asian session makes good move, like how it did here, London session tends to cool off and then waiting for New York or New York Stock Exchange. So knowing all of these things, I just need to chill. So right now, I'm just chilling until my alarm comes up. So I would advise that patience. Now, my strategy, the way I trade, it has helped me to be profitable consistently since the beginning of this year. And I can prove that to you from my funding pips results. All right. And I don't need to prove it. Nobody needs to prove anything to anybody, and I'm not saying come and trade how I trade. Of course, if you want to trade how I trade, you could be profitable too. My friend, would you log in? Funding pips. What the heck is happening? So if you want to trade how I trade, so far since the beginning of this year, let me go to rewards. As you can see, since on the 6th, I've been getting some sort of reward every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. Now, if I want to stop trading today, my next payout is going to be on the 6th of March. I'm already up $500, 2%. I'm trading a 25K account. I'm already up 2%. If I want to stop trading, so I live in Nigeria, and if I have to share this with them, because 80% profit split is what I have with them, I'll still be getting up to $400 if I'm not mistaken. And if you do the math, earning $400 in 2 weeks, it's not totally bad, right? But that is by the way. As you can see, my next payout will be on the 6th of March, which I think would be next week, thereabout. So, but I'm not worried about that. And yeah, so patience. And also, I've been listening to psychologists, like videos on trading psychology, especially by Jesse Livermore. You could also do yourself some good to listen to it. Since I started listening to it, and then I did some other tweaking here and there, I started seeing profitability. So this video is already long enough, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed what I had to share here. And if you want to just follow me on this channel. Channel is fairly new. I'm trying to be consistent with it. It's not easy because I have other things going on, but I'll do my best. All right. So for gold, right now we are waiting for. I also consider psychological levels. As I forgot to mention that. So, for instance, gold got to 250 a month, 5,250, and pulled back. Started to pull back, as you can see, like to the T, right? I also put that into consideration. And if you check where we are right now, let's see, where are we? 5,150, 5,150, right there, 5,150, 5,200. So there's 5,200. So I do 50-50. So this 5,200, Obviously, price are broken it up and down, so I don't think I really need this guy right now. So the next level will be 5,100. This is exactly where I'm actually expecting price to come to. Is 5,100. So, and if I catch an entry here, the next level I'm expecting price to come to is 5,300. And the reason is because since we already hit this level, 200, yeah, since we already hit this level, so I'm going to put this 5,200 level here just to keep watch because I know what price does around psychological areas. So because we already hit here, the next area will most likely go to would be, check this out. The next area will most likely go to would be 5,300. Okay, but before then, check this out. Before then, I also noticed that in between, so that's 5,275. In between it, so these are how I look at um, my target area. So if I get into a trade here, so as you can see, this is good enough. If I can, get into a trade here, and my trade goes all the way here, this is 2.1 is to 2.4, which would be really good. Even if it's just 1 is to 2. So if I risk $250, which is 1% of my account, I could be ending with about $600. Okay, which is good, and that's what trading is all about. So patience, 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 patience is the name of the game. Patience is also trading. Like that's also trading. So catch you guys in my next video. Trade responsibly, or you will learn the hard way.